In July 2014, Dandaro Arts Center celebrated the 5th year of our Out of the City Arts Camp in beautiful Westport, Ontario, and offered a really dynamic program of arts and music workshops for our campers. The vision for Out of the City is to provide a week-long arts immersion experience for a group of young people from urban communities. By getting out of the city, students create art in a calm and serene rural setting, away from technology, family, and their urban lives. Our mission is to see a diverse group of young people come together for a week of cooperation and creativity while learning about new art forms and developing artistic and interpersonal skills. In 2014, we brought our camp into the small community of Westport, a vibrant town north of Kingston that has a strong culture of arts and expression. Gristmill Studios was our home for a week, offering lodging for our participants and an abundance of beautiful spaces to run all of our workshops.
Chaka was here in Westport last summer. He had some of his work at the Cove across the street. And then in the spring, in the early spring, he came by and asked if I would be interested in hosting the Out of the City program. So we had a few discussions and thought that, yeah, it would probably work really well here. I just think it's really made my dreams come alive in a lot of ways.
I attended ISCA. ISCA is an immigration-based youth group in Kingston. Basically, Chaka came up to our leader, chatted a bit, and our leader conveyed Chaka's offer. Since I did not have anything to do in the summer, I figured I might as well go instead of just sleeping in, doing the same old stuff. This is a very nice change from what I have in Kingston, and I'm proud to say that I have not regretted my decision in coming here.
This one here.
This one?
Yeah.
It's a tiger shark tooth.
All right. That's pretty cool. My name is Chaka Chikodzi. I am a Zimbabwean Canadian stone sculptor and founder of Dandaro Arts Center and Out of the City Arts Camp, whose artistic focus is Zimbabwean stone sculpting. I got into sculpture myself when I was 13 years old. I was just lucky enough that my older brother was working in the backyard, so I got a lot of hands-on experience, just starting off as an apprentice and then branching off and trying to find my own way of expressing myself. In my workshop, each participant chooses a piece of Zimbabwean stone and uses hand tools to shape the stone into a sculpture. So we gotta think of something really solid. That one is still available?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That one good?
Yeah, you can go with that one. Yeah, you could cut a base. Yeah, this one is.
Oh yeah, so this could be the base and down there goes the head.
Yeah.
Okay, well I started like making a base and that was horrible because I had to use the saw and it took me at least 20 minutes just to take a small piece off. Then I got a piece of burnt wood from the floor and I started drawing on what I wanted. It might not end up completely like I imagined, but I hope so. Art-wise, I think I'm taking home a lot. Maybe I'll try it at home.
This rock, it's from Zimbabwe. Why am I doing this? To be honest, just like get out of the city. It's like a whole different feel, a whole different taste. It's pretty interesting, and just being with like different people that are also interested it's pretty cool. It's just fun, yeah. trying to think of like doing some sort of like animal. Okay, so Brian said that we had to draw the rock without leaving the paper. And like, I don't know, like I was thinking the lines would be like where I'd pick at, and like what would be left would be what would be left, right?
I picked this stone because it looked like it was a lady already. I just thought it was so pretty when I saw it. The way it was shaped already, it sort of looks like a woman's face. You can sort of see how I drew the face, and this is like the nose, and then here are going to be the two eyes. The face is polished a lot, but this isn't polished that much. I just took a little bit off of it, that's all.
I was already thinking of what I was gonna sculpt before I got here, because you see someone with more experience doing it, so it looks easy for them. But then when you do it, it's just hard.
It's fire, and I just thought of fire because I remembered that Chaka told me that it was created by fire. At first it was frustrating because it kept breaking, but then I just kept going.
This is my first time doing an actual stone sculpture. You gotta be not rushing anything. You always have to look at the whole stone, not just a specific part. That's bad, because if you keep chipping at the specific part, you could end up ruining the whole thing. This game has been very good, very beautiful, surrounded by good people. Like we do fun stuff, we make music, we sculpt, and we talk, and that's it's a very enjoyable thing. Very enjoyable activities. We eat together and do stuff together.
I managed to know that I'm good in sculpting. I'm good at working with stone. You know.
My stone, I'm making into a city landscape. I mean, originally I thought it was gonna be an arrowhead, but then after I got the bottom cut off, and I was like, that's not a possibility. I was staring at it for a while, and I was like, you know what? Buildings. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Everyone's just here together to learn from each other, to express stuff that they aren't able to do back home in the city.
Stone sculpting can be very hard. So while each participant aims to create a sculpture by the end of the week, they are also invited to take part in other workshops taught by world-class facilitators. Each workshop emphasizes multicultural, artistic, and socially conscious modes of expression. During the day, our lead facilitator, Brian Nichols, offers a variety of workshops in expressive arts, collage, t-shirt printing, and more. An art therapist from Peterborough, Brian has been a big part of the camp since we began in 2009.
My own belief is that in art making, what we're trying to do is discover something about ourselves, something that we don't already know. So I would rather you not choose an image that you've already thought of in terms of the stone. You're going to be spending all week on it. My own experience from doing it a few times is that it ends up not being what it was you thought it would be. And I think sometimes it's even disappointing if you end up making what you thought originally. So you want to be open to whatever the surprise the stone may give you.
Returning for a second year, spoken word artist Truth is was an integral part of the camp this year, working with participants to develop public speaking and creative writing skills.
Spoken word is one of the more difficult art forms. There's elements that you have to work through before you can actually even get anything. There's mental blocks, there's creative conundrums that you encounter. There's emotional walls that are there. So every time I step into a room, I have to navigate that. I have to go in and be like, okay, let's take off our cool mask. You know, and I generally want to go around and get everyone to take their cool mask off, pry it off, because wearing a cool mask prevents you from doing cool things like participating.
Words. We hear words.
Their sounds propel us forward, lifting us off our feet in musical parts with colored notes. Words under our wings allow us to fly.
Art is expressively vibrant and full.
It is freedom. The ability to let others see the soul inside, to let them know what we cannot tell them, to share ourselves with others in a way no other can.
This is about communication and connection.
This year, I wanted to integrate the project into the Westport community. In order to do this, we offered free evening workshops at the pavilion in the center of town. These world-class workshops were led by our visiting dance facilitator and veteran Zimbabwean dance master, Rujeko Dumbujena, who traveled from New Mexico, and our rhythm facilitator and Toronto-based Maracatu band leader, Alex Botokas.
So I'm just going to show you like some of the instruments and some of the basic ways to play them. And as we take the instruments and do things, I'll like try and help you out to find a way that we can all fit together. Because the cool thing about drumming in groups is that we can all find parts to fit and work together. Just don't be shy. Just go with it 100%, okay? Who's shy? No one. Who's shy? Okay, and the other thing about Brazilian street music is right. I have straps for all the drums and sticks. I will give you those. I'm gonna count to 4, and then on 1, you guys are gonna hit right in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. The thing is about drumming with groups of youth is that it kind of makes them all pay attention to each other, kind of being able to hold it down because everyone depends on you, but also play to your strengths and being able to not just be a star and being able to excel. There's a lot of things goes involved in group drumming. It's like working together, listening, active, participation, discipline of staying within the rhythm and attention to other people. So there's a lot of things that are beneficial for society involved in that, including working with other people. Those are big steps for adults, for children, for anybody. Eu vou para Machá, eu vou para Luanda, vou quebrar Saramunai. Eu vou para Machá, eu vou para Luanda, eu vou quebrar Saramunai. Eu vou para Machado, eu vou para Luanda, vou quebrar Saramunai.
I did feel self-conscious being in a small town, thinking about my difference, but I've been nicely surprised by people's responses to us. It's important for people wherever they are and wherever they're from, to be exposed to diverse people, whether they're participating in the workshop or not, or whether they're interested in coming down and listening to us. Just hearing the drums, just seeing us as a group of really diverse people, I think is really, really important. So to have the opportunity to engage the community was a wonderful idea. Some kids, just for them to be exposed as young children, to have the opportunity to beat the drum and to dance, and I think it's important work as artists.
On the last day of the camp, our youth participants led the local community in a maracatu parade through the streets of Westport. It was really great to see the Westport community taking part in our parade. We couldn't have asked for a more welcoming and engaged community.
I'm Jacqueline Brady. I'm a municipal councillor in the village of Westport. I know a number of locals have really enjoyed the drum nights. They think it's great. And down around the water, they say you can hear it all over the lake, which is a great thing too as well. And I think it opens more opportunities to the residents too to enjoy things like this. We're a tourist community. We're very accepting of people. That's our job, is to open our doors and welcome people to the community. We have a lot of artists in the community, so various types. Because it's a leftover from having the Rideau Valley Art Festival, we would have 80 professional artists come here and show. And so they sort of discovered the community, and a lot of them liked it and came and stayed. So we do have a fair number of artists in the community as well.
By the end of the week, each student completed a hand-carved sculpture from Zimbabwean stone and left with an experience that has provided them with a sense of what community arts projects can accomplish, with skills that came from learning in a collaborative and creative environment.